Yo, what's up, guys? XP Mastery here. How you like this intro? It looks deadly, but what I gonna present to you in this video, it can be deadly only for them. In today's video, we're diving into the best bow build for the end game, with no buffs needed to take down Radagon and Elden Beast. This build is all about raw power and precision. No frills, just straight up damage. We're already tested out on some trolls here from Radagon's bow, and trust me, these guys won't know what hit them. I'll test this bow on few more hard enemies, but if you are stuck in the end of game, I think this will be helpful. So let's see if this bow build really has what it takes to take down the toughest challenges in the game. Alright guys, now we're heading to one of the toughest spots in the game, the Farum Azula Dragon. It's perched up at the back of this plaza, just waiting for us to unleash some chaos. And what better way to take it down than with an arrow rain? I've got my trusty bow ready, and we're about to pelt this dragon from a distance, watching as it tries to fight back. This is the perfect test for the best box build in action. So now let's do some hard enemies. Now you see from transition, it's rated RIP, and we actually gonna lay down and die here to go to the next enemy. Alright, we're stepping up to one of the hardest bosses in the game, DragonLord Placidusax. This guy isn't just a challenge, he's a real test of everything you've got. But with the best box build in hand and Black Knife Tiche at my side, we're going to show just how much raw power this setup can unleash. Now you've seen the arrows tear through enemies like butter, but this fight is a whole different level. Placidusax's moves are fast, aggressive, and his damage output is insane. This is where the best box build really shines. I'm going to be using Tiche to apply some serious pressure while I stay at a distance, firing off arrows and controlling the fight. You'll see how Tiche's bleed effect and quick strikes help whittle down his health while I keep up the ranged assault. This fight isn't just about surviving, it's about asserting dominance. With Tiche pulling attention and dishing out damage, I can focus on dishing out devastating arrow volleys without worrying too much about dodging every single hit. It's the perfect synergy between summon and the power of the bow, and if everything lines up, Placidusax doesn't stand a chance. This is the real showcase of power. The Black Knife Tiche summon isn't just a distraction, it's a key part of this build. Combined with the sheer force of arrows, this fight will prove that you can take down one of the most fearsome bosses in Elden Ring with pure strength and strategy. Let's dive into the chaos and show you just how overwhelming this setup can be. And keep in mind, I'm recording this in High New Game Plus. The enemies are stronger, the damage is higher, and the stakes are even greater. If this build can handle Placidusax in New Game Plus, you'll know for sure it's one of the most powerful setups out there. For the next target, I will also pick the dragon, and after that fight I will show you the build and stats so you can dominate the bosses. Now let's take on another beast, Ancient Dragon Lansseax. This dragon's got some of the most aggressive moves and can deal massive damage. But with our best bow build, we're going to make it look easy. What makes this build so great is the range. These arrows pack serious punch from a distance, making it easier to stay safe while dishing out heavy damage. You can even buy these arrows from the maiden in a round table hold after taking down Radagon. So they're a perfect fit for anyone looking to take on these endgame dragons. Unlike most other builds, we're not rushing in with melee. We're using that insane range to our advantage. I can sit back, fire off arrow after arrow, and still deal impressive damage while avoiding the dragon's heavy attacks. Whether it's the regular or the stronger arrows, the power of this setup speaks for itself. So let's see how Lansseax holds up against this devastating firepower. So now when we defeat him, let's talk about build. So for the build, in case of need, I have Blasphemous Blade on +10. On some enemies, if you stuck with bow, the blade will save you. You can use Lion Great Bow or Giant Great Bow how you like more. I use only Lion Great Bow, but the Giant is also good, and the Lion Bow boosts Giant damage. For arrows, I use Radon ones, but you can use also Giant arrows, even better choice. For armor, I use Black Knife armor. Now, for talismans, I use Winged Sword Insignia, Arrow's Sting Talisman, Arrow's Reach Talisman, and Shard of Alexander. If you think something's gonna fit better, you can change it. So now let's go to Flask of Wondrous. I'll use Stone Barb, Cracked Tear, and Green Burst Crystal Tear. After this, I'm gonna show you stats. Have in mind, I am high new game plus, so you can have these stats if you are smaller level. Now, imagine adding buffs to this setup. With the right buffs, this build's damage can easily be 3 times greater, and we're talking about 1-shot or 2-shot potential. Whether it's Power Within or a Golden Vow, stacking those buffs takes this build to a whole new level. You won't just be dishing out damage, you'll be obliterating anything that stands in your way. For summons I use Black Knife Tiche, but I also like Stormhawk Dinge to buy me some time. And that's it for today, guys. If you enjoyed this, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss out on more epic builds and gameplay. See you next time.